Most of the brands in your house right now were designed with an expiration date, and the companies that made them are counting on you not to know that. That washing machine, that refrigerator, that blender sitting on your counter, there's a very good chance it was engineered to fail somewhere between years 4 and 7. Not because manufacturing is hard, because replacement is profitable. But there's a short list, a real list, 7 brands, across different product categories, that still build things the old way, things that last decades, not years. By the end of this, you'll know exactly who they are and why they're different. There are 3 specific things that killed quality across almost every product category, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. The first one is private equity. Starting in the late 1990s and accelerating through the 2000s, investment firms began buying up heritage American brands, the names your grandparents trusted, and immediately doing what private equity does. They cut costs, they moved manufacturing, they replaced metal components with plastic, they reduced warranty periods, they fired the engineers who cared about longevity and replaced them with accountants who cared about margin. Maytag is the textbook case, built in Newton, Iowa for nearly a century. Bought by Whirlpool in 2006. Within a few years, the plant closed, production moved, and the reliability that made Maytag a household name quietly disappeared. The brand still exists. The quality doesn't. And this happened to dozens of brands across appliances, tools, clothing, cookware, you name it. The logo stayed. The soul left. The second driver is regulatory pressure forcing cheap engineering solutions. Starting around 2010, new energy efficiency standards forced appliance manufacturers to redesign their products, and not always in ways that benefited consumers. 2. Hit efficiency targets. Manufacturers moved to variable speed compressors, moisture sensors, sealed systems, and electronic control boards that are expensive to repair and prone to early failure. A repair technician in Minnesota told me he used to fix the same refrigerator models for 15 years. Now he sees the same models back on his bench inside 36 months. The old compressors were simple, serviceable, and ran forever. The new ones hit the efficiency numbers on paper and fail in the field. You're paying for efficiency you never see in your electric bill, and you're paying for a replacement appliance every 5 years. That's not efficiency. That's a subscription model disguised as progress. The third driver, and this one is the most insidious, is the smart feature trap. Manufacturers figured out something very useful. The more connected your product is, the more control they have over its lifespan. Smart refrigerators, Wi-Fi-enabled washing machines, app-controlled ovens. Every feature that requires a circuit board is a feature that can fail without warning and cost more to fix than the product is worth. A couple in Georgia bought a high-end smart refrigerator in 2020. By 2023, the control board failed. Repair estimate, $900. New fridge, $1,100. The feature that told them the door was open via their phone was the same feature that killed their investment. And here's the worst part. Manufacturers know this. They designed it this way. The more complex the product, the shorter the practical lifespan, and the more likely you'll replace rather than repair. Now let's talk about the brands that have taken this the furthest, the ones repair technicians actively warn people about. Samsung gets mentioned first in nearly every appliance repair forum online for one reason: their French door refrigerators. There have been multiple class action lawsuits filed against Samsung related to ice maker failures and cooling defects, issues that were documented, reported, and allegedly known internally before products shipped. There's a Facebook group with over 150,000 members dedicated solely to Samsung refrigerator complaints. That's not a quality control miss, that's a pattern. And Samsung's response: extended warranties on specific components after significant legal and public pressure, tells you everything about how they view the relationship with their customers. GE is a different kind of story. The brand that once represented American engineering excellence, the brand that built appliances your grandparents still have running in their basements, was sold to a Chinese conglomerate, Haier, in 2016. Since then, quality consistency has become a coin flip depending on the product line and the year. Repair techs will tell you the gap between a GE built before 2010 and one built after 2016 is measurable in how often it ends up on their bench. And then there's the entire smart appliance category as a concept. LG, Bosch's lower tiers, even some Whirlpool lines. Any product that leads its marketing with connectivity and app integration over engineering fundamentals. When a product's repairability score is a 3 out of 10, that's not an accident. That's architecture. They built it to be disposable. Here's the math that genuinely surprised me when I first ran the numbers. Take a budget washing machine, $800. Decent reviews, looks fine in the showroom. According to repair industry data, the average lifespan of a budget-tier front-load washer is between 5 and 7 years. Call it 6. That's $130 a year. Before you factor in the 1 or 2 repair calls you'll likely make before it finally dies, add $250 in repairs over that lifespan. You're at $175 per year. Now take a Speed Queen top-load washer, around $100 to $300. No smart features, no steam cycle, no app, just an agitator, a drum, and a mechanical timer that repair technicians have been seeing run for 25 years without major service. At 25 years and $1,200, you're paying $48 per year. $48 a year versus $175 a year. The expensive option costs less than a third of the affordable one over its actual lifetime. That math applies to almost everything on this list. The price tag is a trick. The cost is what matters. So here's the list. 7 brands that have actually held the line on quality when everything around them fell apart. Speed Queen. Already mentioned, but worth repeating. American-made, commercial-grade top-load washers that repair technicians recommend more than any other brand. No digital control boards, no smart features, no steam. What they have is a transmission built like a truck and a warranty that reflects genuine confidence in the product. If you can only remember one brand from this list, make it this one, Miele. German engineering at a premium price and worth every dollar if you can absorb the upfront cost. Miele tests their appliances to 20-year lifespans. That's an internal engineering standard, not a marketing claim. Their dishwashers and washing machines consistently outperform competitors in long-term reliability studies. The caveat, parts and service can be expensive, and you need a certified technician. If you live somewhere rural, factor that in before you buy. Sub-Zero. For refrigeration specifically, dual compressor system. One for the fridge, one for the freezer, so a failure in one doesn't take out the other. Built in Madison, Wisconsin. Repair techs love them because the components are serviceable, and the company still manufactures parts for units decades old. The price is significant. The lifespan makes it rational. Vitamix. Every other blender is competing on price. Vitamix is competing on performance and longevity. Commercial kitchens have been running the same Vitamix units for 15+ years. The motors are overbuilt, the blades are rebuildable, and the company has a repair program that actually repairs rather than replaces. If you use a blender more than twice a week, this is the only honest choice. Lodge Cast Iron. American-made in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee since 1896. Cast iron is the original lifetime product. It improves with age, it can't be made obsolete, and it'll outlive everyone watching this. Lodge is the accessible entry point into something your grandchildren will use. No coding to fee I about my. Lake. No handle to snap, no chemistry to worry about. Darn Tough Vermont. Socks sound like a strange entry on a lifetime list, but hear this out. Darn Tough offers an unconditional lifetime guarantee. You wear a hole in them, you mail them back, they send you a new pair. No questions, no forms. They do this because their failure rate is low enough that the guarantee is financially viable. Merino wool, made in Vermont, built to outlast every pair of socks you've bought at a big box store combined. Patagonia. Outdoor and workwear built with genuine durability as a design priority rather than a marketing phrase. Their wornwear program repairs your gear. They'd rather fix a jacket than sell you a new one. Either that's the most honest business model in retail or a calculated brand play that genuinely serves consumers. Either way, their products last. The R2 Fleece. The torrent shell jacket. These are things people pass down. Everything on this list follows one rule, and you can apply it to any purchase you'll ever make. Buy things that the manufacturer is confident enough in to actually stand behind. Not a 90-day warranty. Not a 2-year limited warranty that covers nothing after year 1. Actual confidence, in the form of a lifetime guarantee, a 25-year warranty, a repair program, or a product history that speaks for itself. Here's the shorthand. Before you buy anything meant to last, ask 3 questions. Does the company make parts available 10 years from now? Can an independent technician repair it, or does it require proprietary tools and dealer-only service? Does the warranty reflect genuine belief in the product, or is it designed to expire before the likely failure point? Skip the smart features. Skip the brand you've never heard of with the aggressive marketing budget. Skip anything with a circuit board where a mechanical switch would do the job. Choose things built to be fixed. Here's what I'm betting. Most of you have replaced at least one appliance in the last 5 years that you expected to last a decade. You're not alone, and you're not foolish for trusting a brand name. You just weren't given the full picture. That's what this is for. Which brand on this list surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what people didn't already know about. And subscribe if you're done paying the replacement tax.